In my humble experience, when a woman's truly in love with a man, she has zero interest in the physicality, the pure physicality of other men. When she's completely in love with a man, and I love this man, there's no such thing as another man who's handsome to a girl when she's completely besotted. As a man, if I'm completely in love with a girl, I can still see another woman and go, yeah, that's beautiful, she's hot. Because women are objectively beautiful. I don't believe men really are. And in my experience, when a woman's truly in love with a man, there's no man on earth she finds attractive, including a celebrity crush. If you're sitting there and your girl's going, oh, this guy is so hot, The Rock or Idris Elba, whoever, then she doesn't love you like she should. That's my experience. That's my experience, and my experience is very vast. So I don't think quality women really find men objectively beautiful. I don't think a quality woman would say about, that man is hot, so I don't care about his personality or his income or his values. I want to fuck him purely because of how he looks. I don't think quality women think that way about men. And that's my point. So a man is the opposite. I can say I disagree with her on every single political opinion, and I think she's a dickhead, but she's hot, so I'm her man. Like a man can be that way, but I don't think quality women are that way naturally, and I think only trash women are. So when women are objectifying men, like I don't care if he's married, he's so hot. I'm just like, you just make yourself sound like a dickhead. That's my view. That's I don't think women should. I love Bill Nye till he sold out and cut that gender part out of his whole show. Remember that?
Yeah.
He fucking sold out, man. Like, you're supposed to be Bill Nye. You educated the nation when I was a child. Now you gotta come along and sell out like a little pussy. Like, what's happened to the values of people? Why can't you be famous and just say, you know what? I refuse to bend and drink the Kool-Aid. Fuck you. What's wrong with everybody?
The money.
It's the money, and they're afraid of being instantly canceled by Hollywood elites and just disappearing into nothing. That's what it is. But it's insanity, and they're pushing these agendas. And this is one of the reasons I live where I live. People keep saying to me, why do you live in Romania? And I'm like, you don't understand how nice it is to live in a country where none of this crap, 0% of this crap is real. Like zero. When I sit and explain to Romanians the liberal Americans' mindset, they think I'm making it up. They're laughing their ass off like, what? Is this a TV show? I'm like, no. This is what they think, and this is what they sit there, and I have to get Google out and all sorts. They don't believe a word I'm saying. They're like, there are no people alive who believe this crap. I'm like, yeah, there are in California. It's crazy.
You know what's changed the dating game completely? Instagram. Instagram, that one app, has flipped the dating game upside down. Because every single girl is now in competition for those Instagram pics. They all want to be living that life. They all want to be in Dubai. They all want to have the picture on the beach. Everyone wants that shit. I mean, I'm telling you now, as a top tier man, which is what I consider myself, as a young, tall, strong, rich millionaire with a Lambo and all this shit all over my Instagram, Instagram is the #1 dating app for me. I can load up my Instagram 24/7 and open my inbox, and there's some girl who's liked something or asked me some bullshit question she doesn't care about to try and get me to reply, or followed me and liked 20 pics. Like, Instagram's huge for me because it's easy for me. But if you don't have an Instagram page like mine, then it's going to be a bit harder. But this changed the game, Instagram, man, because I get people saying, oh yeah, you can just go to Ukraine and get some hot girl from a village. That hot girl from a village has 200,000 followers. She knows she's hot. These girls it's not like it used to be where they were just like little girls. They know the game now. They're getting offered to Dubai every week. I don't know how other guys do it, but you can't sit and chat shit to a girl for months and months. It gets boring. She's never met you. I mean, how much you got to talk about? So you have to have a system in place that's going to allow you to escalate and elevate your conversations and elevate and escalate your relationship and her interest level in you. If you're going to sit there and just message girls, you might be on lockdown for the next 6 weeks. And every day, how are you? Fine. You? What are you doing? At home? You? Home? So you got to have a little bit more strategy than that. You know what I mean? But then you have to understand, you're always in competition with other dudes. If a girl's messaging you, she's messaging 20. So why does she like you and not the rest? I mean, it's not easy as a man nowadays. It's really not easy as a man. It's getting harder and harder. I'm not saying that you can't get hot girls. I'm just saying that the hot girls are certainly aware of their worth. And Instagram gives them unlimited dating pool. Like, one of my girls has 69,000 followers on Instagram. Her Instagram account's on my phone, so I can see at any time. And she gets a message every 6 minutes, maybe. And she's had messages from verified NFL stars, Chicago Bulls, all this shit. So, like, if you're a hot girl, like, if you ever feel lonely, you click your Instagram inbox, you scroll through, and you decide who you want to reply to.
Yeah.
You know, like these girls are never lonely, and they're never not talking to someone.
Women like attention. Women get a lot of attention. You need to make sure that your attention has a higher value than other attention. So I recently got verified on Instagram for that. So when I used to like a girl's picture, which is very rare because I didn't do that anyway, but if I did, they didn't care. Now if I like a girl's picture, they start liking all mine back because it's a blue tick. Because my attention has more value now. That's just an example. I'm not saying everyone should get verified on Instagram. I'm saying if you can find a way to prove your attention has value, then the female will respect it. This is the point. So I don't think that changes. That doesn't change with any girl. It doesn't matter who she is. It doesn't matter if she's famous, whatever. This is why famous girls get with famous guys, because they like having the attention of someone who's valuable. So there's no exceptions. I've never met an exception. I know for a fact I can help any guy with that, because a lot of dudes don't understand these basic premises of the rules. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying you need to be the best chess player in the world, but you need to know the rules of chess to at least make sensible moves. Most guys don't even know the fucking rules. They're just putting the pieces all over the place and wondering why they're losing. So I just teach people the rules and say, here's the rules, here's the outlines, here's a few unbreakable rules, here's a few good signals, bad signals, a few nuances, whatever. And then you just gotta, develop your own style and play within the parameters and it'll be fine. So, hey, I'm not the most handsome guy in the world. Look at me, I'm fucking my bust up face and my beard and shit. And
I that bust up face.
Yeah, it's not like I'm the most gorgeous man on earth. So if I can get chicks, anyone can.
Here's the truth about male-female relationships. Women fuck men they respect. That's it. They don't fuck men they like. They don't fuck men they love. They fuck men they respect. If she loves you and likes you and doesn't respect you, she will not have sex with you. I have women who respect me and fucking hate me, but they're here every time I call. So how do you make women respect you? Well, first you have to be worthy of respect as an individual. There's no hack. If you're worthy of respect, you're worthy of respect. But secondly, you cannot allow blatant disrespect. So if you allow her to blatantly disrespect you and you tolerate that, then you're setting a precedent, which means, well, why would I respect this guy in the first place? Yep. I say this to guys all the time. I've had loads of guys who come to me for like coaching and stuff, and they say, my woman doesn't respect me, da-da-da-da-da. And I say, look, it's much harder to fix something that's broken than just never let it go wrong in the first place. From the second you got together, you should have been a man, and you haven't got to be an asshole, you haven't got to be aggressive. I'll sit with a girl and very politely say, look, if we're going to be in a relationship, if I'm going to take you seriously, you're not going to have male friends. If you want to hang around with a whole bunch of men, then I'm not going to take you seriously. What do you mean you won't take me seriously? I mean we can fuck, but I'm never going to look at you as serious material. So the idea, the decision is on you. If you want to be serious, you're not going to talk to those guys. You want to talk to those guys, fuck you decide. And I lay it on them. Now, if they choose to keep all their male friends, then that means she's chosen these friendships over me, which means sooner or later she was going to cheat anyway. So why would I even be upset about it? But most men are too scared to just put the ultimatum down. And you haven't got to put the ultimatum down in some scary, big, brash way. Just be clear. Look, any woman I'm with who I take seriously doesn't hang around with other men. So it's your choice. And this is the point. But most men don't say anything. They let it slide and they let it get completely broken. And they come to me and say, well, how do I fix it? It's like, well, you have to make it not let it get broken in the first place. You need to understand your boundaries and expectations as a man. And you have to set them. And you have to make sure she complies and sticks to them. And if she doesn't, you're going to have to find somebody else. And say, oh, Tate, but I don't want to be a playboy like you. I say, look, if you want to be happily married, the best thing you can be first is a playboy. Yeah. The best thing you can do, because you're going to learn a whole bunch about women. You're going to have a whole bunch of choices to choose for a wife. The key is this as a man, and this is the bottom line. Most men are not prepared to walk away.
Yep.
And if you're not prepared to walk away, you don't have any weapons.
Exactly.
If she knows no matter what, you won't leave, then what weapons do you have?